Welcome back to another episode of Inward News. It's your boy Dre, and I had to do a lot of editing on this one. I had to leave some stories out, but they'll be in next week because it was starting to get too long. First story: Oklahoma is back in Inward News. This time it is same thing. It's another child tickling story. Apparently, a 26-year-old substitute teacher was caught making out and sending no pictures to a 15-year-old boy. Not only is that wrong and disgusting, this woman, she's married to the town's police chief. So not only was she committing a crime, she was married to the person that is in charge of stopping her from doing said crime. So now, I don't know, obviously I don't think the man knew, but my thing is, when you're the town's police chief, imagine hearing that name come across your desk and it's like, that's my wife. Like, what? So now your whole precinct knows that not only is your wife cheating on you, it's with a 15-year-old. A man committed the unaliving of himself in Connecticut after his neighbor was arrested in a child no video sting operation. He killed himself because he knew his neighbor was innocent. Why? Because he was the person they were supposed to be going after. So apparently they botched that. They kicked in the wrong door to the next door neighbor, and he found out about it. He found out what it was about and was like, oh no. And then he, did the thing. He was a former exec at Planned Parenthood. So when you think of sick bastards playing the long game, just remember, he made sure people didn't get abortions. And he was also a huge fan of no videos of underage people. So, next story. Some scientist somewhere has they recreated a solar flare inside of a laboratory. If you don't know what a solar flare is, it's a burst of radiation that disrupts magnetic and electric energy. And if that's not scary enough, they had this plot point in Spider-Man 2 when Doc Ock tried to recreate the energy of a sun in his lab. It almost sucked up all of New York, and he had to destroy it with his metal robot arms and go into the ocean. So it's this recurring thing where scientists are trying to do things that we have shown don't work inside of movies, or we show why they go bad. Like, let's not forget that scientists are still trying to resurrect the woolly mammoth. Like, we don't have all these Jurassic Park movies saying, don't bring old animals back to the future. And then, even in those Jurassic Park movies, they're talking about splicing DNA because it was making super predators, and they made a T-Rex that goes invisible. Am I saying that's what they're gonna do? I don't know. But if a comic book hero or a comic book villain tries to do the thing that you're trying to do scientifically, don't do it. It's obviously a bad idea. Don't do it. Somebody said, what's ridiculous enough for a superhero to have to fight, and you're trying to do that? Don't do that. Some good scientists, though, have created a tiny little device, finger size of a grain of rice thing that apparently is whooping pancreatic cancer's butt. Apparently pancreatic cancer is the most aggressive form of cancer, and this thing is holding that at bay. So it's possible that it can help cure a lot of other diseases, a lot of other cancers, less aggressive types. But I didn't know pancreatic cancer was the most aggressive cancer. So that's, news to me. But it's the size of a rice. I don't know where they put it. I don't know how they put it in, but they do. Iowa passed the child labor bill that will put 14 and 15-year-olds to work so they can legally have jobs at, the crazy hours and the environment. So at 14 years old, you can work 6 hours night shift, meaning probably 6 hours overnight. So you're stuck to the 6-hour limit, but you now can do it overnight. And if you're 15 years old, you can get on an assembly line in plants and factories. This was strictly Republicans because they said all Democrats in Iowa voted against it and 2 Republicans voted against it, but the rest of the Republicans was enough for it to go forward. Just imagine our economy, inflation, and workforce being so bad that we're now passing laws for 14 and 15-year-olds to work in factories. How does that sound? But on the other hand, the children that have terrible parents and need money, this works for them. This is amazing for them. This is legitimately great news for them. But the issue is that's not the everyday story for everybody. 3 7-year-old kids in Maryland ate some meth because they thought it was candy. They put it in their mouth and realized that it tasted terrible, and they spit it out and then immediately went to go get help. But the issue is, how much meth was it? Obviously, this wasn't like a personal bump. Like this was a community amount of meth that they could eat it and realize that it's nasty and then like spit out. Like think about that. It was enough meth for them to think it was candy. So whatever the packaging looked like, it looked like candy, and these kids got it. Thank God they thought it was nasty and went to tell the teacher. But investigate the school and where they like the classroom, because who had enough meth for children to think, oh, that's candy? Whether it was a bag of candy, a container of candy, or like just laid out, like that'd be the weird one. But yeah, it was enough for these kids to think it was. Why do teachers have meth? Remember back when we used to do background checks on the people educating our kids? According to the health department, allergies and pollen is putting people in the ER. It is a lot. These folks are dying, choking on pollen and all that. And, I'm not a scientist, but I have a theory. I think it's because all those racist laws back in the day that said, you couldn't put like female trees too close to the male trees, because then it would make the area like a fruitful and bountiful and, no free food for the poor. So I think because of that, the male trees are like, yo, why are we not getting more trees around us? Like we got to make more pollen. So I think they're getting like real aggressive with the pollen production on the trees themselves. So when you shake it, it's getting out there. So I think these trees are like fighting, like they're trying their best to adapt and make more trees to create more shade, protect the environment, all that. And just greedy Americans, we aren't letting that happen. And I'm sure other countries are just as bad, but I live in America, so that's all that matters to me. Like we need to cut that out. But if you're a scientist, if you're a herbalist, if you're a herbologist, if you, I forgot what it is, arborer. Yeah, if you know about trees and whatnot, to let me know. Is that it? This is going to be the promo for all the episodes. I really want to know. Is that what's going on? Are the trees trying their best to like overcompensate that the females are so far away from them? So they're trying to create more to get off there? Because at this point, we got to save the trees to save ourselves, because you folks with allergies be out here yakking and dying. And I'm just like, yo, take that way, man. Put that over there. I don't need that. And now on to your hiring segment. Trish Cosmetics is a eyelash. I think they're like exotic eyelash, something like, there's something fancy about their eyelashes. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know it's different, and that's all that matters. Oh, viral eyelash extension. They're just viral. They get out there, not the other kind of viral. They ship their eyelashes all over the place. They do, they ship daily. They're faster than Amazon. Ooh, they are talking big stuff. They're worldwide. It says Monday through Saturday 10 to 6 and Sunday 10 to 4. So I'm assuming that's the hours that they gonna respond to your messages. Don't, hit them up before or after, or you can hit them up, just don't expect an answer before or after those times. But they say they good. Also, they got tweezers. They got like different things that go with just the eyelashes. So it's not just eyelashes. You can get the tools and equipment. They have their following line called Trish Skin. I'm assuming that's where the other stuff is under. Yeah, get you some of these. Get you some of these eyelash stuffs. I can't do them because my eyelashes are naturally beautiful, but they've been stunted by my glasses. So, sucks to be blind. Crown 26 Beauty Supply is a beauty supply store. Like they have everything that you need in the beauty supply game. Hair extensions, wigs, hair care tools, and skincare. They're out of California. They got everything from eyelashes to toe lashes, the weaves and everything. Glue, hair, makeup products, gel, nails, press-on nails, press-off nails, all the things that you'll find at a beauty supply store. They also ship across the USA. They didn't say worldwide, but they ship across the USA. And I think most of my audience is American, so let's not act like we don't know what's going on here. But yeah, you can also go visit them in if you're in California, if you're Susan City or Suisun City. I don't know, I'm not from California, I'm from Georgia. So yeah, they even have contactless delivery. So, they can sling it at your door and you ain't got to come see them. You ain't got to pull up on them. Chicken Coop is a chicken spot in Houston, Texas. I think it's a food truck. They got all kinds of chicken meals and they even got some fish options. They're off Monday and Tuesday. Sunday is 1 through 9. Wednesday through Thursday is 1 through 9. And then Friday and Saturday, they are open from 1 to 11. So 1 through 9 Sunday, Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you get them extra 2 hours on Friday, Saturday, because you know it's the weekend. But yeah, they got all kinds of chicken mint. Let's see. They got wings, tenders, yard pimp. I don't even know what a yard pimp is. The rooster. Oh, they're like the combos. Okay, that makes sense. They got seafood deals, children meals, barn and boat. I'm guessing it's like chicken and shrimp. It's like, you know, what do you call it? Surf and turf, but you know, barn and boat. I like that. And they got the side Mama's Dirty Rice. Hold up now, I'm gonna have to go ahead, come down to Houston, give me some of that Mama's Dirty Rice. Ain't really got no good dirty rice, and Popeye stopped selling it. At least I think where I'm at, they stopped selling it because I ain't seen them with no dirty rice in a minute. But yeah, go head on down to the chicken coop, get you some good old chicken out that truck. Let's see, where are they located at? 4501 Alameda Food Park. Oh, they got a food park. So that means there's more options. But, you know, Chicken Coop is on the list, so hit them up first. They black owned. Now, if the other spots is black owned, try them out. If not, you know, Chicken Coop, you know how I get down. L'Amour Lifestyle PR is just that. They're a PR company. They can make sure you do good, get you out of trouble, make sure you look good, make sure you're branding properly, make sure you're not saying anything inappropriately online or anything that could be misconstrued as inappropriate online. Obviously, things are different for the type of company you are. Like if you're a comedian, sometimes that edgy, inappropriate stuff is what works for you, and they know that. But if you're like a corporate business that sells, you know, plastic bags, no, don't try to be edgy. Like, this is what they do. They help you out. They help you look good. They help your brand look good. They help you and your brand look good. And if you are the brand, they make you look good so the brand looks good. Everybody can look good with the proper PR. So hit up L'Amour Lifestyle PR, because you can't have L'Amour without more. And that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with more stuff. Stefan Unemployed says, you know, support the business, like, share, subscribe. If you have any other black businesses you want promoted, or if you are a black business that you want promoted, let us know. Send it to me. All right, y'all. Bye.